Hi, it's John Fuller from Colortran. We put together a demonstration kit for the new materials and thought we'd do a video instruction as opposed to writing something on paper, hoping that it might be more effective. Today, you received in the mail a small white box that contains a selection of materials that we've chosen to use in the new ENR dimming system. In the box, you'll find a selection of various stuff. You'll find a number of rack rails, some made of the old material Delrin, some made of the new material Velox. The rack rails that are made of Delrin are marked in this area with the words bad. It's important that you know that these are the old Delrin rails. Additionally, you'll find in the rack a new dimmer module manufactured with the new Rhinite FR530 material top and bottom, as well as a new connector housing for the amp connectors. Also in the kit, you'll find a selection of load lugs, both of the old aluminum material and the new copper material. These load lugs are just for visual purposes and something that you can hand around in the demonstration. Also, a lighter and a small aluminum tray to help you prevent damage to your specifier's office. So let me step through the materials in the demonstration and hopefully you can go out and do this on your own. Of course, all the aluminum conductors in the rack will be changed to copper. The load lugs, as an example that you have here, you can see they're heavier, they weigh a little bit more, but they have that copper appearance. It should be noted, however, that in the final ENR racks, this copper material will be plated to match the plating that's in the dimmer module connector. The dimmer module, the casing top and bottom, is made from the new VO-rated Rhinite FR530. The connector housing that holds the load connectors that mate to the load lug in the dimmer rack, this load connector housing has been redesigned. This gap where it mates with the load connector has been narrowed to allow for better alignment. Additionally, we've opened up some of the area inside of the load connector to provide for a better float, a better connection between the lug in the rack and the dimmer module itself. The rail material is made, although it looks very similar to the old material, is made of another VO-rated material, Velox 357. Now, as far as the demonstration goes, it's very important that you use the aluminum tray and fill it with water so as to prevent any damage to your specifier's table or office should the materials catch on fire. Now, we've included some of the old material, some of the old Delrin material. It's very easy to catch on fire, and I think you'll have to make a value judgment as to whether it's important that the demonstration that you're doing on any particular given day, whether the person should see this material actually catch on fire. But as a beginner, what I'll do is set this material on fire using the lighter. It's very easy to set on fire just by putting the lighter under it for a few moments. It's very important that you hold it over the water pan, again, if it starts to drip, and when it does catch on fire, it allows you to put the material out. The material burns in a very hot blue flame. It's very difficult to see in bright conditions, but it does burn at a very high heat. I'm sure it's difficult for you to see in the video camera, but after the material is burned for a little while, it will start to drip. It'll start to, if you let it go long enough, it'll consume this entire rail section. Again, it's very important to keep it over the water pan. When you're done, you want to put the flame out, dip it in the water, make sure that the flame is completely out, let it cool down a bit, and set it aside, making sure not to damage any property that you might be near. Now, the new dimmer module is made of a Rhinite FR530, and although any plastic may burn, it's important to note that the VO rating and the materials that we've chosen will not sustain a flame on their own. So that's the point of the demonstration. Using the lighter, pick a corner, pick any place that you might feel in the dimmer module may catch on fire. Hold the lighter underneath, and you might be able to see that the module itself smokes a bit and does char and does flame a little bit, but the minute you take the lighter away, the flame extinguishes itself. And this is the same, again, cool off the module so as not to cause any damage to the table. The same can be shown for the Velox rail. Hold the rail, pick a place where you think it might catch on fire. The material itself will char, and it will burn a little bit while you're holding the flame in its presence, but as soon as you take the flame away, the fire will extinguish itself. Again, cool off the rail material in the water that you place conveniently in your tray. I think you should have no qualms about handing this material around, the new material in particular, with the lighter and allowing anyone to try to set it on fire. Again, it will char, it will smoke, so it's important to do this in a place with good ventilation. Now in review, we can go over and see what we intend to do to the ENR dimming system. Here's a 24-way rack, and you can see here the inside of the rack. We will be changing the bus stabs to a copper material. This material on the bus stabs will not be a plated material. The load lug, or the feeder lugs, will change. The load lugs on this side of the rack will be changed to a silver-plated, copper-based material load lug, and the neutral bus will be changed to a copper as well. The rack rails, the support rails for the dimmer modules on both sides, will be changed to a Velox ULVO rated material, and the dimmer modules and their associated housings will be changed to a VO rated Rhinad FR530. So there you go. This gives you an opportunity to go out and show some of the specifiers, and some of the people have been wondering what we've been doing. Go out and sell. Go out and sell. Go out and sell.